What is going on? I'm zmot. We have a little itty bitty boost going on our little itty bitty account. That's HQ18 TMOS account. We're sitting here in Junior 9 and there are 2 spaces available. So if you're XP 40 to XP 50, doesn't matter about skill levels. We have some requirements as far as statues, but we've got you can take some time to get where you need to be. Nonetheless, let's do a quick operation hit, and then we're going to move to an account with instant training, endless reserves, whatever. I call it ER in my head, but then I say instant training. So we're going to use Speed Serum because Speed Serum is so ridiculously good. And we're going to hit Axiom. Now, this Axiom, you don't hit that boom mine if you flare where you need to flare. We got some rocket launchers that don't reach the shore. Our Zookas are going to walk down in the water, and how you know that is because you've watched my video on how to drop your troops on the beach. I'll put a card to that up above somewhere. I considered hacking these 2 rocket launchers and then getting rid of this stuff and just walking up the right side and then clearing the shock launchers as a setup hit. And then I realized we've got Speed Serum. When you have Speed Serum, you need to hit the core, and you need to hit the core hard. So one thing someone mentioned, this is a 0.5 base, I've heard this called. It's because it's got a 5 at the bottom right shore. People also call them the left base and the right base. You just get used to knowing which ones are which. And as you can see there, the ladies walk down below the shoreline, and we're going to drop them, get them walking, and then we're going to use our long javelin flare, simply because I loved long javelin flares. And then we're going to get our ladies underneath smoke. As soon as they cross that yellow line, we can drop Miss Brick. That yellow line is clutch and key for so many op hits. I don't know if it's intentional or not, but that yellow line works incredibly well to figure out where your troops need to go and to get them walking. And they will avoid that boom mine as long as you use this corner location for your walk. There are many different paths. I personally like using that path right there. I was asked the other day why I throw 2 smokes at the same time. That way you guarantee that all your ladies get underneath the smoke. And also, there's a question of, does Speed Serum stack? The answer is sort of maybe. I've made a video on that as well. Check the cards because I can't actually remember the answer. I think the answer is maybe sort of, but I can't totally remember. And we managed to take it down with the barrage. 1 Zooka. It says 1. Is there 2? How is there? Look at. Oh, that's Brick. Okay, so 1 lady of each sort standing. Down goes Axiom. That means we boosted the perfect amount. 2 statues was absolutely perfect and managed to take down Axiom with the beastly solo. Not to quite to start the op, but to keep it going. Get that blue line. Always love to see those blue lines in your operation attacks. Now, let's switch accounts one more time. Junior 9, 2 spots. They do ops every single day for the most part. Always when you're looking for a task force, check that stat. Operations started 29 in 30 days. Usually means that there's either a time start. You can actually start 31 in 30 days, I believe, depending on when you start your operations. But very good task force that I highly recommend you come play. And you get to play with me, which is either a bonus or a curse or something. Anyways, we're going to switch accounts. I'll be back in just 1 minute. Okay, we are back in game just like promised. Now, we're doing massive attack here, and there is at least 2 bases left up, so I should probably boost just to get this going, because I do really love to attack complex, and then we can do a full boost map clear. Full boost with Speed Serum just sound, oh my goodness, that is ridiculous. So there's 1 shock here, 1 shock here, 1 shock here, so that's 4, plus this is 5, plus this is 6 shock core hit. I'm gonna have to think about that for a minute. Realistically, if we keep the delay and we use Speed Serum, I think we can get 3 or 4 shots off before anything happens with the Zookas. So maybe we can just take it down using the power of Speed Serum. That is a challenge for certain. We'll come back to that. I've got 1 hour and 45 minutes. This video will not take 1 hour and 45 minutes. Nonetheless, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to boost fully. Now, I have not gotten rid of my troop health statue yet. Why that is, I couldn't tell you. It's actually come in a little bit handy. Do I need to? I'm going to need to get rid of that. You know what? Let's do that. 31% troop health. Let's just check in the storage, make sure I have something. Here we go. So you can tell the Mega Crab has been hurting me a little bit, and this is going to make my map clear not quite as beastly, but really do need to get that extra GBE back in for that complex hit. That's a long, long walk. I didn't even check the shore. I assume it's going to be a hot beach, a hot, hot, sexy beach, but nonetheless, we'll go back and check that in a moment. If you guys notice that, you guys can be screaming at me in the comments. So now that we are full boost, we are back to 5-5. I was 4 GBE there for a while, and there's no chance you can do a complex hit with 4 GBE, unless maybe there's no hot beach. See, this rocket launcher and those mortars don't really need to go, because as we talked about, ladies are going to walk underneath the water. See the correlation here? There's only 2 bases, people. There's only 2 layouts. Everything else is just shoehorned in there. So nonetheless, once you learn this base, you can do conifold, you can do whatever base I just did, axiom, complex, ransom, all of those things with 2 smokes on this right-hand side. Let's quit jibber-jabbering and get back to some hits. I've got a ridiculous troop loadout loaded. This is what I call just absolute silliness. We're gonna go with Kavan. I'm gonna use Ice Shield just for something to do, and we're gonna go with heavy bombardier and see if this works. I don't have a ton of gold, so we can't be totally stupid, but might be able to be a little bit stupid perhaps just to try this out. We're gonna barrage right in here. We're also going to get rid of this shock mines and Zukas and whatever the heck troops I have loaded. Heavy Gramps, heavy Diddle. Where does the name Diddle come from? That one does not make any sense to me. I like to call them Bombadoodles. Maybe that's where Diddle came from, Bombadiddles. Nonetheless, we're going to let our heavies get out front. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, and hopefully keep all of our troops underneath here. Now, the hard part about using Ice Shield right now is that we have to throw an Ice Shield and a Speed Serum, and then we have to shock things because they happen underneath the things. And then let's get some more Speed Serum out, and hopefully that gets our Bombadoodles throwing very, very quickly. I don't even know what just happened. So this person, I don't know what their statues are. They got some ice back there. But when the Ice Shield comes out, it kind of reduces the fun of the Speed Serum, I think. We're going to try one more time. But I think that we didn't get full fun factor. Fun. There's a lot of F's in that sentence. So I think we might get rid of the Ice Shield. But my thinking with the Ice Shield is that way if the Bombardiers get hit by something, they're going to stay alive. This person's got second builder. Probably got it for cheap during the Mega Crab. Smart maneuver. I'm going to barrage right in here on this statue storage. People have been asking me why I've been barraging specific storage buildings or support buildings. The reason is because I want to have a nice clear spot for my troops to stand. Troops can't stand on top of buildings, so by doing that and clearing up a little bit of space, you can make things better, especially with grenadiers, because your grenadiers will kill themselves and you don't want that to happen. So we're going to go smoke, 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 always throwing the smoke that your heavies are going to be into first. Otherwise, you're going to have a bad time, and your heavies are going to spread out, and your bombardiers are going to show first, and you don't want that to happen. So here comes the Speed Serum. Yeah, I gotta say, the Speed Serum with the Ice Shield, just not as pretty. The Ice Shield kind of takes over the effect a little bit, and for me, the Speed Serum is just, like, that sound is just the best sound in all of the Mega Crab. But as you can see there, heavy bombardiers, very, very fun, very, very interesting. But I'm done with Kavan. I think he might have saved us a couple troops with that Ice Shield. Ice Shield, by the way, in case you're not aware, where is the details here? Basically, the amount of damage the shields can take before breaking is 460. But if they get hit by a Doom Cannon for 4,000 damage, it still doesn't hit, it just breaks the shield. So Ice Shield, way back when, before Brick, was pretty darn great. Speaking of Brick, I've got to do one for old time's sake. Brick with Warriors, even Bullet with Warriors, but I want to do Brick just for extra fun. Warriors with Speed Serum are the go-to. You can take down basically anyone. I've taken down the #1 player in the world with like 2 million health on their shields in the past. I can dig that video up if you really, really want to see it. But overall, Brick with Speed Serum is just like heaven for offensive players. Brick and Bullet and Warriors, I should say. So we're going to go right into here. I have not used Warriors in a long, long time, so I'm going to throw a disclaimer out there saying that I'm probably going to screw this up, but you can't screw up because the beautiful, amazing, wonderful, wonderful thing about Warriors is that they heal when they do damage. And a little known fact about Speed Serum is that it actually makes your troops do less damage. I know that sounds crazy, but hear me out. It's actually true, and it's kind of neat. See how fast that went down? That was a 4 ice base with 3 boosted that just melted underneath the hot knife that is the warrior dudes. Now, when I say Speed Serum makes your troops do less damage, it makes them do half the amount of damage, but attack way, way faster. So you end up doing, I think it's either 2 or 3 times the damage, but they do less damage per shot, if that makes any sense. There is a bunch of math on that as well that I did way, way back when and have not looked at in years, so it might have changed. If you have questions, do let me know. We're next up going to switch to the... I know that the tribes are tanks. We'll get back there for those of you who are thinking why I'm not using tanks. We will get back to tanks. I have boosted many, many things because my base is maxed, so I figured, you know what, let's just boost all sorts of stuff. Probably should have boosted this as well, just because it's going to get us some more raw crystals, but nonetheless, let's keep going, then we'll do an operation attack soon. I know that in the past I've said that Mr. Bullet with, you know what, let's get rid of Bullet. I'm not going to use Bullet. We're going to use Everspark. My lack of, if I still had troop health, I would have used Bullet, but we don't have that. So I'm going to go back here. We're going to attack Mr. Sleepyhead. And one other thing to be aware of, by the way, in case this wasn't super duper obvious, is that Speed Serum also can affect buildings. So you want to be extra, oh, that's not good. That's not good. You want to be a little bit careful about where you throw that Speed Serum because you really don't want a Speed Serum grappler trying to grab you because it's going to grab you quickly and then come back for more, and we definitely don't want that happening. Medics also healing faster, which is a nice bonus. We just have so much GBE because these bombardiers and grenadiers are just hucking like crazy. And if you're wondering why I'm not using just straight bombardiers, it probably should be done. But my thinking is that having these dudes just chucking way, way faster is going to clear a whole bunch of mines, and I love watching grenadiers overthrow and do ridiculous things, and it might be a bad idea right now because this grappler is about to ruin our life. Not bad. This person only has 4 ice and none of it's boosted. So generally speaking, don't put down ice unless you're going to put down 4 of them and you're going to boost them because you might scare off some players, but you're probably not going to scare off a ton of them. Let's get all of our dudes back over here. Is Everspark? Everspark's dead. That's why we've got no critter support. Critter support, very, very helpful, obviously. Would also like to have either a shock or a Speed Serum, but as you can see, 37 or 38 GBE. We should be able to still take this down. It'll just take an extra second or 2. We're already at 13 minutes. That time flew by. We must have been under the effect of Speed Serum. That is just a terrible, terrible dad joke, but that's what came to mind, and apologies in advance. So nonetheless, taking down Sleepyhead's base, you might have noticed my VP has slipped a little bit. I find that I can only play so many aspects of this game at a time. The fact that I've been playing a bit more warships means that my VP has gone from about 1250 down to 1170. Just so hard to keep that VP up if you're not pushing hard, clearing map, etc. So you can see, based on the fact that this says find new opponent, and there's a whole bunch of them that say find new opponent, it means that they've been on my map for more than a day. It's about 21 hours, which means that I have not cleared it, which means my intel and VP numbers are down. I really do wish Warships gave more than 1 intel per chest because it just doesn't work out to a fair balance as far as map clear versus that. Oh, look at that. Perfect. Beautiful. I make red statues like a champion. I just can't make good purple statues. So actually, you know what? I'm going to stop that. I need to make a purple. And I need to make a purple. Let's keep going. We need to get all through all these purple shards. Now, let's get some Zukas loaded, and then we're going to hit this core. My thinking, did someone else hit? Yep, someone else hit. So I think what I need to do is I need to get back there and maybe use taunt. I'm kind of worried that taunt would not get this flamethrower, but then I can shock it with this. So maybe if I bring bullet, I can taunt a flamethrower, and I'll go like shock this with this and this and this. Maybe? That's my only thoughts on the matter. There is a bug right now with shock knuckles, so we can't use shock knuckles to get the shock launcher, but I really don't know at this point. So let's just I don't even know. If I shocked bullet right about where this defensive building statue is, then this... Anyways, we're just going to use... We'll just use brick and Zukas, and we'll keep the delay, and things will be magical and amazing, and hopefully take this down. I don't know. Let's just go like this. Okay, so we're going to get our Zukas walking these lines on the shore. So critical for this attack. One, I know people are saying, why aren't you using the badass drop? I don't like to use that drop for whatever reason. Going to get our flare walking and rolling, going right to there. Get our ladies going, and then as soon as we possibly get to that yellow line, we're going to drop brick, which is going to get brick going underneath those smokes. Don't want that shock launcher to shoot her in the face. Rockets on brick, we don't really care. And at this point, we're just going to keep our ladies walking. Nice, fat-ish smokes, not trying to keep them... Trying to keep the delay, but also trying to keep our smokes nice, and we don't want too much overlap because we're going to run out of GBE otherwise. So now we need to go like this, and we're going to go 1, 2 right into there, hopefully keeping that delay. We've got enough for 3 shocks, which will get us some the shock launcher. And you know what? I'm going to throw critters right in there. We're going to go like this, and 1, 2 medkits, and hopefully take this down in a hurry. Did not get it down, I don't think. Yeah. Did about 1 million damage, all by using the delay, getting that shock launcher not to fire until late, getting speed serum, getting brick, battle orders, and some critters in our smoke. I think there were critters. I can't even remember at this point. That was a lot of things happening all at once. Anyways, I hope you guys are fantastically healthy and staying inside and isolating and all that sort of fun stuff. As always, thanks for coming in. Hit me up in the comments. Let me know how you're doing, what you're doing to stay sane, how things are in your life, and what attack... Oh no, my video cut out. Are you serious right now? That just hurts my soul a little bit. We're going to unplug. We're going to plug back in and see. Oh, I was so incredibly happy. So I took the base down, and you couldn't see what happened because my video cut out for some stupid reason. So here's the path. As you can see, we're keeping our smokes nice and tight, nice and good, keeping the delay, getting those ladies walking. I can't remember if I threw critters in that last smoke or not. Man, egg on my face. So as soon as that smoke's about to clear, we're throwing critters, flaring, throwing speed serum, throwing shocks, so many things at once, and down goes Complex. Hands in the air like you just don't care. Booyah. Booyah, booyah, booyah. Pretty happy with that attack, simply because there were so many shocks and a hot beach. Anyways, sorry about the stupid video, and hopefully you guys don't mind that and kept watching and all that sort of fun stuff. Okay, I'm zmot. Thanks for coming in. Peace.